back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm still Chris Holman, and we're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to go downtown Detroit right now. One of my favorite places, actually. Kind of grew up in that area. We're going to spend some time with Laketa Henderson. She's the SBA Michigan District Director with her offices in Detroit. Laketa, it's always good to see you. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing well. It's always great to be here. Thanks for having me again.
I always talk about Detroit. I grew up in like Livonia area, right? And played ball. Date night was in Detroit. I mean, everything happened there. The Fox Theater, Motown Review, all that stuff. So I have a real affection for Detroit. But you, in fact, cover the whole state of Michigan.
We do. We do. We're responsible for all 83 counties and to, deploy the SBA's programs and services to help support our small businesses.
And over the years we've talked about those programs, and if we got some time at the end, we'll get to a few more of those things. But you've had a pretty busy July there. Can you tell us about a couple of visits from SBA leadership?
Yes, we actually had a visit from our SBA administrator, Kelly Loeffler. She came in town. She was going to the Reindustrialized conference. She was speaking. And so she decided to make a day of it in Michigan. And she started with a visit to I don't know if you guys know, but we have the National Small Business Person of the Year winners right here in Sterling Heights in NTL Industries. And she went and visited Greg and Shelley MacArthur and walk their new facility because they recently just moved into a new building, their very own building that they bought. It's a 13,000 square foot facility for their CNC machining. And she was highly impressed. I was glad she came to see them because it's not often you get the national winner. And then after that, she went and had a coney dog.
Well, of course, Lafayette. That where she went?
Yes, yes, she did. She went and had a coney dog, and then she went and met my staff because she had never been in our office. So she came here in downtown Detroit, met with my team, toured the facility, spoke to everyone, and everybody was pretty excited. And then she went off to her speaking engagement that she had downtown. And then right after that, we had the associate administrator of our Office of Entrepreneurial Development, our AA Fitzpatrick, come in, and he came in Grand Rapids on the 23rd, and we held three roundtables, and it was a listening session, and that's what she's been doing as well. It's a listening session to understand the needs of our small businesses, especially our manufacturers, because I'm sure you're aware that it's a big priority to do onshoring and provide more manufacturing support for those small businesses. So we held a roundtable and it was good. We had several manufacturers there who spoke openly, which we love, and it went well. It went well.
So this is obviously part of your Made in America manufacturing initiative.
Exactly, exactly. To get in front of the team members, get in front of the business owners, listen to what they have to say, and then be intentional with our actions as a follow-up. Because,
Yeah.
a lot of times, sometimes you have roundtables and nothing comes of it, but we want to make sure we're intentional.
Well, so if I could ask, what did come of it? I mean, what came out of it as their needs?
One of the top ones, and usually is the top one, is access to capital in terms of getting the financing they need to support whether they're buying a building or need to bring in new equipment and machinery. And I'm sure you know that in manufacturing, machinery is not cheap. One machine could be several $1 million, but how SBA could be more supportive in that role because we have loan programs, but they only go up to a certain amount. I believe that our 504 loan, which is typically used to buy buildings and machinery, has a cap of $5.5 million. And if you're buying a machine or two, you'll exceed that, which will require a lot of businesses to have to go find additional funding and look for other sources. So it was it it's incumbent upon us to try and make our products more conducive to the need. And so we're actually looking at SBA now is looking at increasing that 5.5 to possibly $10 million. So fingers crossed, because that'll make life a lot easier. And then another thing was talent. The talent pool is not as good as it used to be. And then the needs of those people, used to be a time you could hire people, they would come and work, but now it's very difficult to find talent with some basic skills out there. So those were the top two.
Well, we just finished our Michigan Future Business Index that we do twice a year. Huge survey of businesses. Number one issue for the fourth and a half year: talent acquisition and then
Hmm.
retention. If they're good,
Hmm.
it's equally
Hmm.
hard to keep them. So that's
Struggle.
it. You're right on the numbers there, I think.
Yes,
Lakita,
it's a
it's
struggle.
always good to spend time with you, and we will catch up more because I know there's a lot more initiatives and things you'll be working on in 2025. But unfortunately, as always, when I spend time with you, we run out of time. So there you go.
Yes. Well,
All
it's been
right,
a pleasure. See you
always
soon.
is.
Bye
Laketa
bye.
Henderson, SBA Michigan District Director. I will be right back. I'm Chris Holman, and you're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network.